She's got a smile that lights up a room too, you know, and the fans are so passionate when they get up to the top.
These weren't just casual remarks from a commentator trying to pass the time. This was Paul Annacone, the coach who has worked with Roger Federer, Pete Sampras, and now Taylor Fritz, speaking on Tennis Channel Live in early March 2026. He singled out one player by name, a 20-year-old from the Philippines, Alex Eala. What he said next, about her grace, humility, and one particular upset that changed his perspective, carried more meaning than any ranking ever could. Can Eala return to Miami, the place where everything shifted in 2025, and push even further now as a top 30 player? Share your prediction in the comments. Just days after Annacone's appearance, Eala stepped onto the courts at Indian Wells and proved every word true. She defeated Diana Yastremska in 3 sets, then went on to beat world number 4 Coco Gauff to reach the round of 16, rising to a career-high world number 29. The recognition and the results came together in the same week. When a coach with Annacone's background goes on national television and speaks about a player the way he spoke about Alex Eala, the tennis world doesn't just move on. It pauses. It goes back. It listens again. Because this wasn't routine praise. This was someone who has stood behind 2 of the greatest champions in tennis history, choosing, without being prompted, to highlight a player who at the time wasn't even in the top 30. He didn't focus on her forehand speed. He didn't analyze her serve. Instead, he talked about who she is, her smile, her grace, her humility. In a sport that often focuses on numbers and surface-level rankings, Annacone looked beyond all of that and pointed to something deeper, the quality that separates a strong player from a truly special one. That's exactly what Filipino fans have been saying for over a year. And now, one of the most respected voices in tennis confirmed it live on television. Eala is different. Annacone's exact words deserve to be heard in full. On Tennis Channel Live, he said,
Fiontek, and she kind of did it with a lot of grace and humility.
I remember last year when she beat Iga Swiatek, and she handled it with real grace and humility. For me, it was great to see her win that match, and then to keep watching her play afterward and try to keep improving, because I really like her game. When a man who once guided Roger Federer through the later years of one of the greatest careers in men's tennis tells you he likes a player's game, that's more than praise. It feels like recognition from someone deep inside the sport. Paul Annacone has seen every type of talent tennis can offer. He chose to speak about Alex Eala not because she asked, not because anyone pushed him, but because she earned that attention. The moment he brought up the 2025 upset is where everything really began. That year in Miami Open, Eala entered as a wild card. She defeated world number 1 Iga Swiatek, then went on to beat Madison Keys, reaching the semifinals. A wild card run to the semifinals, taking down 2 of the most dangerous players on tour. But what Annacone remembered wasn't just the result. He remembered the way she carried herself afterward, her grace, her humility, and a level of composure that simply can't be taught. Fast forward to March 2026 at Indian Wells. On Monday, she faced Diana Yastremska, who was ranked higher, and came through a tough 3-set match, 7-5, 4-6, 7-5. On Wednesday, she met Coco Gauff, the world number 4, and was leading 6-2, 2-0 when Gauff had to retire. By Sunday, the rankings were updated, career high number 29. 3 matches in 1 week, and she had reached a new level. After the Yastremska win, Eala told the crowd,
"It was so incredible. This is my first time and you do well, so thank you."
It was so incredible. This is my first time in this environment. Guys, thank you. She wasn't just expressing thanks, she was showing exactly what Paul Annacone had described, a presence that changes the feel of a place the moment she steps into it. The crowd at Indian Wells experienced what Filipino fans have known for a long time. There is something about this player that goes beyond match results. Annacone wasn't the only one to notice. Earlier in the 2026 season, 4-time Grand Slam champion Kim Clijsters also praised Alex Eala after strong performances in Abu Dhabi Open and Dubai Tennis Championships. 2 respected voices from different generations reaching the same conclusion on their own isn't a coincidence. It shows a clear pattern that experts in the sport can't ignore. Think about what it means for Annacone to say these things. He was once a world number 12 player and later coached Pete Sampras through the final dominant years of his career. He then worked alongside Roger Federer during one of the most graceful periods in tennis history and now helps guide Taylor Fritz, the top American player today. Annacone has spent over 30 years at the highest level of the sport. He doesn't give praise lightly, and he doesn't highlight rising players on national television unless he truly believes they are special. His support for Eala, especially her character, her smile, and her humility, carries the weight of every champion he has worked with. Next comes the Miami Open, and its importance for Eala cannot be overstated. It was the place where her breakthrough happened in 2025, the tournament where she beat Iga Swiatek and Madison Keys as a wildcard and introduced herself to the world. Coming back now as a seeded top 30 player completely changes the situation. She's no longer the underdog, she's now a player others hope to avoid early. Beyond Miami, Roland Garros and Wimbledon championships are coming up, and the discussion around her is shifting from whether she can compete at this level to how far she can go this season. At the same time, Filipino tennis fans, one of the most passionate and fastest growing communities in the sport, continue to support every result, every quote, and every moment. Tournament organizers across the WTA are starting to see what Anna Cohn already pointed out. Alex Eala draws crowds, attention, and energy that the tour truly needs. Indian Wells didn't end with a title run. In the round of 16, Linda Noskova defeated Eala 2-6, 0-6, a tough reminder that the path to the top isn't always smooth. Eala admitted she couldn't find her rhythm that day, but just hours after leaving the court, she sent a message directly to her Filipino fans, "Makita Miami, see you in Miami." No excuses, no blame, just a promise in her own language to the people who have supported her from the start. That's the grace Anna Cohn was talking about. That's the smile that lights up a room even when the results don't go her way. A Federer coach speaking on live television. A Iga Swiatek upset handled with humility. A Coco Gauff match controlled from the very beginning. A career-high ranking. And a promise in Tagalog to an entire nation that her journey is far from over. If you saw what Alex Eala was becoming before Anna Cohn said it on Tennis Channel Live, before the legends began recognizing it, then you understood something the wider tennis world is only now starting to see. Her talent is real, her presence is rare, and her story is still moving forward. Can Eala return to Miami, the place where everything changed in 2025, and go even further as a top 30 player? Share your prediction in the comments. This is where the believers come together, the ones who saw her potential before the rankings showed it, the ones who shared every highlight and stood by her through every doubt. If that's you, subscribe now, because what's coming next, from Miami through the clay and grass seasons, is something you'll want to follow closely, not catch up on later.